And action.
English Premier League match day 33 approaching this weekend with lots of matches upcoming, and yes, there was a change at the top. I'm going to talk about Arsenal returning to the top of the table by beating Brighton 2-0, and it was in the 13th attempt.
Stop. 2-0?
2-0.
Which game were you watching?
3-0.
Bro, I always tell you.
I gave a prediction of 2-0.
I always tell you. Trossard is a serial killer. Yeah. And up to today, you still are not disagreeing with me. Why are you ruling out his goal? He scored the third goal.
Right, yeah.
And even celebrated in front of Brighton fans.
No, he didn't.
He did.
He just paused and
this is a celebration.
So it was
asking him the like.
You released me.
You feel me? And he celebrated the second goal on the bench as well.
For real?
Yes, he did. Until Arteta was just like, hey, relax, bro. Anyway.
You need to behave like Declan Rice. And of course, that win, that victory, was sealed following a 2-2 draw, Manchester United versus Liverpool. One of the match which Werimo never believed if United can get anything. Like the plastic fan you are. Anyway, we're going to be talking about that because Manchester City opened the day, match day 32, with a 4-2 victory over Crystal Palace. There's a match which Palace took early lead, but City's, they came back and thrashed Crystal Palace. Chelsea. What happened with Chelsea?
Man, you know in the previous preview you had said you never get how this team turns up on a match day, and I now believe you, because from winning 4-3 against Manchester United to whatever it is, man, these guys need to improve. But also we'll come to the match they are playing this weekend and see, but we'll try also to have an overview of there.
So is there any Tottenham? Tottenham once again, I thought it's going to be tough, but they cruised.
They cruised and won 2-1. I think a very comfortable performance for them. So I think
pick two matches.
Right. I think I'm going to pick the teams that are contending for the title, of course. And it's going to be Manchester United versus Liverpool. Okay, that is the match. Liverpool is involved, of course, so Liverpool is the title contender, while Manchester United spoiled the party for them. And I didn't know that we would get a point, but if you remember, if we can flash back a little on the previous episode, I said it depends with how we turn up. And especially at Manchester United, I expected the crowd to push the team. And we actually was to win that game, just aside from the penalty, which was very controversial. There's one thing with Manchester United. The defense is not so good this season. And I believe maybe Ten Hag is seeing it, and next season he'll try to do something about it. We actually conceded like 26 shots in that game.
Once again?
Yes.
20 plus in the last
How lucky
matches.
were we to get to get away with a draw in this match? Because at the end of the day, Liverpool scored only a penalty to make it 2-2. So you can imagine the other shots, how it would have gone. I mean, it would have been very bad. So Manchester United need to improve on the defense, but we're not going to talk about Manchester United match because they will no longer maybe even qualify for the top 4. So Liverpool also, I think they are shaky. And if you check their previous matches, they've been conceding. Even against Luton, they conceded against Wever, Sheffield. So they are not very sound defensively. I think for Arsenal, they put in a very good performance against Brighton. Winning 3-0 was a massive points for Arsenal. I mean, at Brighton, you don't go to Amex Stadium.
Actually, it was Brighton had gone like 12 matches without losing
at home.
Until they made the cup.
Yes, going to Amex and coming out with 3 points, especially with a clean sheet on top and 3 goals, was massive for Arsenal. So it shows how they're able to control the game at this point in game, and they are on a good run. I mean, people say, before I finish, that Manchester United are the ones who put Arsenal on the top of the table. No, they had to win their game against Brighton, and their form this year, they've been winning almost all the games. They drew only against Manchester City, and they deserve to be at the top. So credits to Arsenal.
So I'm not focusing on the match right now. I just want to talk about overview, what we're expecting right now. And it's not over. I remember we had a chat with you back in January when you were laughing at Arsenal, saying now like they've bottled the league, and I told you we're going to have turns and twists in the title race, and you've seen it. Liverpool went to the top of the table following Arsenal's draw, a goalless draw against Manchester City, while Arsenal returned to the summit following Manchester United and Liverpool getting a 2-2 draw, right? Now, on paper, game looks easier, but when you go to the pitch to play, you realize things will change. So for Arsenal fans, kindly stay calm. We're going to have teams dropping points. Maybe Arsenal itself or the other two teams which are competing. Any team can win it right now. Because if you could ask any Liverpool fan, the United match, the remaining fixtures, they'll just tell you one of the easiest fixtures is up against United at Old Trafford. It turns out to be one of the toughest, right? So
they almost lost
Arsenal
that
fans, stay calm.
It's going to be a roller coaster.
There's still a lot of things to happen. Arsenal drew with Bayern Munich, of course, in the Champions League. That means they
lot
have
of
a return
pressure.
fixture. And if they qualify, it means now they'll face either Real Madrid
or Manchester City.
And it means more fixtures.
Pressure.
Would you like to face Man City on a two-leg?
It's mounting. The pressure is mounting, and it's gonna go down with how Arsenal will be able to.
But still, we can say the title is in Arsenal's hands.
Because they are the
it's
top.
You guys, if you can keep the goal difference and win the remaining 7, right? Then at Old Trafford, there is a possibility of standing ovation. Anyway,
no way.
I don't want to imagine that. Right?
No way.
Can I imagine?
And you guys are happy because we drew with Liverpool, and you had a chance to go back at the top. But you also forget that you're coming to Old Trafford.
To Old Trafford, and no problem with somebody going to check his whole house.
You will be surprised.
It happened.
I tell you not.
The only team to win the league at White Hart Lane
is Arsenal.
Anfield. Old Trafford.
This is a different season. This is a different era. And
with a different, Ten Hag
you will get surprised. Well,
anyway, we
have a great weekend coming up, and I think you have the fixtures. So
right, I go straight to Saturday. Early kickoff. You always say I'll go for early kickoff. And this is one of the toughest matches. Big, but looks small at some point. Newcastle United hosting Tottenham.
Wow.
Games, man.
What a game of football, because I feel like it's going to be a back-to-back kind of game again, back and forth kind of game, Newcastle attacking, Tottenham attacking as well. And there's a possibility of this one ending in a draw. Newcastle are at home, right?
Yes.
Newcastle are fond of also conceding goals these days at home because of the injuries they have. And that's why, without going into very much details, I see a 2-2 draw or a 2-1 Tottenham win. I don't know how about you.
One thing I need to agree with you, going to be goals galore. And Newcastle are not afraid to attack. So is Spurs. So I expect a lot of attack in both teams. Of course, Isak. How is Isak?
He's fit. I think he's back, and he has scored, I think, in the last 2 games or something. And he's fit. I
feel now Tottenham know it's time. They moved to top 4.
They did. They
are already in top 4, and they know there's a chance to return to Champions League at expense of Man United. I wouldn't mention Chelsea because Chelsea are out of the picture, right?
Of course,
I'm talking about the 6 teams, big teams you know already. So I feel Tottenham will get a win and a proper win.
A proper one?
A proper one.
You think so?
I'm giving Tottenham a 3-1 victory.
It's possible, but I see a very close game.
All right, then later on we'll see now defending champions and one of the teams in the title race, Man City, with what looks on paper easy fixture, and they'll be at Etihad up
against Luton. Well, the last time these two teams met, I remember it was goals galore. In a bookmaker, we usually see like other. Correct score any other, meaning it's not even listed. So I think it ended 6-2 or something. Haaland scoring 4 goals, was it? And then KDB having like 3 assists. But that was in a cup game. In the first leg of the Premier League, I think it ended 2-1. Man City had to come back, and I think Grealish scored in that game. So I think this one at Etihad should be an easy match for Manchester City. And yeah, without going into a lot of details on this one as well, I feel like they're gonna like try to reduce the goal difference.
Yeah.
And this is the match where Manchester City will score at least 4 goals, because I don't see Luton preventing Manchester City to do that. And that's why I feel like it's going to be a 4 or 5-1. But I'm going to go for a 4-1 victory for Manchester City. How about you?
Guardiola knows it's almost there. And this is the time City turns up. And they know in the final matches, when other teams are collapsing, that's when City knows how to press and pick points. And like you said, I'm going to agree with you. You said they know Arsenal is one of the teams that have scored many goals and conceding less in the Premier League, hence making them top joined in the Premier League on goal difference above Liverpool. So they know this is a league which is going to go up to the wire. Definitely. We're going to get a winner, maybe not, in the season finale. And City knows how to close the gap. KDB didn't feature against Real Madrid. I think he had...
he was ill.
He was ill, according to reports. Not so sure. But now you expect maybe him to be back. And they have firepower. We've seen the likes of Phil Foden doing wonders. It has happened against Real Madrid. It happened against Man United. So I think he has been training for that.
The goals he scored look almost similar. And that's the work you put in even when you have talent. Because you'd feel like he's a kind of player who fits in the pockets of spaces. And when he unleashes that left footer, bro, it's over.
Top corner. And of course, I don't see Luton scoring. I'm going to give Manchester City something like 3-0 victory. And it's gonna be, they're going to miss a lot of chances, of course. You called Haaland a League One or 2? League One player when he doesn't score.
He has been not doing so well, but don't be surprised. These are the games where he scores even hat-tricks.
Right, later on, our brothers, one of the favorite teams for Arsenal, Bournemouth will be up against their favorite team, Manchester United. You know what I'm saying? This catches of United. If it's not for that foul, that fake penalty, we could be talking about at least a goal, point difference. So Bournemouth will be up against Manchester United in a match which I believe is going to be tough.
I think it's a difficult match for Manchester United. Every match for Manchester United this season has been very difficult for them. There's no easy match, and you don't be surprised when they even lose that match against Bournemouth, because I feel like when it's a big game, and especially at home, Manchester United usually turns up the way they did against Liverpool, although they didn't get the full points. So against Bournemouth, another difficult away match. I feel like Manchester United don't get the drive or the vibes of playing well when they're away from home. And if they're not careful, this is another game where they will slip up again. And the title, the top four chances will be gone. So I feel like it also depends with how they turn up, because they can surprise you. It's Manchester United. They tend to surprise people. And I feel like if they turn up, they can win this game. But again, it's a very difficult game. So let me go for a 1-1 draw.
Wow.
This game.
Once again, I'm expecting Red fans to attack you.
It doesn't matter.
You've done it.
I see what I see.
Now this is okay. This is time for United to get back to winning ways. And they know further sleeping will leave them maybe in the Europa Conference. That's not United level. One thing, United have faced the most shots. Not this season. In the last 3 matches. We are counting almost 80 shots, right? 26, 30, 25.
Or even more.
Right? But then again, United, you have to, I feel pity for United because they've not played with their full squad. How many injuries now?
Bro.
They were how many?
They were 166. Now I think we're headed
3 or 4, 170.
Something like that. It doesn't look good for us because it's been a terrible season in terms of injuries.
I am sure come in the summer you feel like you have new signings and they are just your old players when they return. Yes, Bournemouth will give United a good game, and I feel they know we can get something. When a team like United, when a big team, let me say like the top 6 teams, the likes of Arsenal, Tottenham, Man City, Chelsea, when they are down, when a team goes to Old Trafford and you pick a point, Then another team, a weak team goes to Old Trafford and they beat United. They give other teams hope. They feel if this United team is beatable, right?
Then you can probably do it again.
I'll do it. So I feel Bournemouth will go with this mentality. But in the end, I feel United, of course, they have a very bad defense, coupled with injuries exposing on Onana. So I expect United to concede. I don't expect a clean sheet for Onana. And with this, I feel United have the firepower.
To win this game.
This is mental. United have class. United, yes, there is class. Despite playing poorly, they can get a result. And I feel you're going to bounce back. Back to winning with a very close victory, a 2-1 victory.
What was the first leg
Doesn't matter.
result of this fixture?
Doesn't matter.
3-0, bro.
What was the first leg between United and Liverpool?
0-0.
What was the second leg?
2-2.
You met in Cup League. What was the scoreline?
A crazy, chaotic game. That's why we won 3-2. 3-4, I mean.
Okay, you also met last season when you were given the sponsors of 7-Up, right? What happened the following match?
No, we defeated
Sometimes-
them in the first leg and they defeated us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sometimes-
it's football and
Yeah.
if they turn up, they can win this game. But I just still have the doubts because of our
injuries.
squad depth. Yeah, the injuries and everything. Our attack as well. Sometimes we turn up and play some stuff and sometimes it just don't look good at all. Especially like in the last game against Brentford. I wasn't impressed much. So anyway, we wait and see what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Right, on Sunday we have 2 matches and Liverpool have the chance of reclaiming top spot. Doesn't matter whether City will have won the match or losing or drawing, but because of the because of the points we have, City will go top, of course, if they win on Saturday, and Liverpool will go top.
We have a chance to go top.
Just before Arsenal take on Aston Villa, unless they score maybe around they beat Crystal Palace, of course, the team which they are up against at Anfield, at least 8-0 or 10, which is not.
Yeah, in football, anything can happen.
Yeah.
As a Man United fan, I wouldn't want to see that kind of.
You know anything
crazy.
can happen, especially when I mentioned the scoreline of 8.
Yeah, because
7.
it has. I've seen it before.
You've
seen it before.
So
I've seen
it's a matter of making a silly mistake.
Yeah, so
you're in.
I think Liverpool are not ready to win by that goal margin, of course, because I feel like Crystal Palace are not a team that can let in those kinds of goals unless it's a very, very, very crazy game. So last result for Liverpool, 2-2. So they need to bounce back, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's Anfield. They win. They will win. They will win this game, and I'm gonna go for. As usual, they will concede as well because they haven't been playing so well defensively, especially after losing Alisson as the goalkeeper, and the defense line has been like shifting so much. They've been Kwanzaa at some point, and then Konate, so it's chaotic for their defense as well. Only Van Dijk is the like regular starter.
Yeah.
So I feel like Crystal Palace will score 1, Liverpool will score 3, and this game will end in 3-1 draw. 3-1 win.
I don't blame you. I blame you come from. Of course, you come from ignorance.
Which ignorance? 3-1. 3-1 win is ignorant.
3-1 draw. Okay, right. I feel we saw Crystal Palace as a team which kind of troubled City, and to a point taking the lead early. And you could feel before City added the second goal. Of course, they scored and. Within minutes, they had their lead, 2-1 lead. Then City added their third and fourth.
Yeah.
If City were at 2-2, then Palace could have maybe picked a draw. So this Palace team, you need to get goals early so that you can demoralize them. It's a team which doesn't give up. But I feel it's going to be very close. Don't expect a lot of goals. Liverpool, no clean sheet once again. That's how I feel. And I'm giving Liverpool a 2-1 victory. Later on, league leaders Arsenal will be up against a team that punished them
in the first leg.
1-0
at
courtesy of McGinn in the first opening, I think 10 minutes.
Yeah, and the game ended 1-0, courtesy of a masterclass of defense from Unai Emery's men.
Yes.
Wow. It is an exciting fixture to look forward to because Aston Villa are pushing for the 4th place. Arsenal, by that time, we don't know how Liverpool and Man City would have played, but they will also be pushing to go back to the top, because I'm sure one of the teams or the two teams that are contending the title with Arsenal would have won that day.
Yeah.
So the advantage that Arsenal have in this match is Aston Villa are also playing in the Europe, like in the Conference Cup, right? So it's balanced, because Arsenal kind of also played in the midweek against Bayern. A very, very, very intensive game, because I feel like even at some point Saka looked injured.
Yeah.
So those kinds of games take some strength or something out
Energy.
of you. Yeah, energy especially. So when you go into the weekend, it always has that effect. But now, this is equal chances, because I feel like Aston Villa also would need a European glory, and they're gonna, because we are talking on the day they are gonna play as well in the on tomorrow, right? Yeah, they're gonna play like the day after we are shooting. So all the teams will be tired in this game. Not very much tired, but you expect the fitness levels of those teams not to be so high. And it's going to be an exciting game to watch, because I feel like it's going to be a goals galore. Arsenal's defense has been very solid until Bayern turned up. And it's a sign of things. It's a sign of things. So Leon Bailey has been very sublime for Aston Villa, and Watkins as well, coming back to the squad and scoring 2 goals, although the game ending in a 3-3 draw against Brentford was something unbelievable. So both teams to score? Yes. Over 2.5 goals or 3+ goals in this match? Thing can happen. But I still feel like Arsenal will have the edge over Aston Villa, because they have a great squad depth right now. Most of their players are coming back, and yeah, it's going to be a back and forth kind of game as well, but they will edge Aston Villa. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory or something closer to that. How about you?
You talked about both teams featuring in European matches this week, but I tend somehow to disagree with you. Arsenal have better squad depth. Who started against Bayern Munich? It was Kai Havertz. That's somebody you can rotate with Gabriel Jesus. Kiwior on the left back. Somebody you can rotate with Zinchenko. They played Jorginho partnership with Declan Rice. Of course, you can change that with Thomas Partey. Right.
But what you need to put in mind as well is Saka and Odegaard are still your 2 key players.
They played in the midweek without even Declan Rice was on the bench, and they picked a win. I was just saying Arsenal have slight advantage over Aston Villa. That was my point. But the bad thing with you learn more of the example rather than the concept. Anyway,
come on, say your prediction, because
I feel Arsenal will continue their winning ways. They know before their fixtures get tough, and they'll face Chelsea, Tottenham, and that small big team Manchester United. And I feel, like you said, I don't see a clean sheet for Raya. Especially after William Saliba was kind of exposed. Not kind of, was exposed in the Champions League. Maybe not his level. We're still growing. With
I love what you said.
Yeah, he was.
Not your level yet.
Saliba isn't there yet.
Even Arsenal.
I talked about Saliba.
How can you be drawing with a team that has lost almost all Bundesliga teams?
And imagine United fans were bantering Arsenal for drawing Bayern Munich when they lost both legs.
That was...
And finished 4th. In a group which had Galatasaray, Gakpo women.
We almost drew.
Nothing. Almost nothing like it's like this is a penalty. Odegaard is taking it. Onana tries to save, touches and goes in. He almost saved. In the scoreline.
Right, but you know the stage where it happened at the time and the stage now is very different.
Bro,
and
if you fail in nursery school, will you make it in high school?
It doesn't matter. Okay, what is your prediction of this game? Let's go.
Anyway, that's fine. Let's go.
Concentration, focus.
Yeah. Arsenal gonna win this match, and I know people are expecting Arsenal fans have that analogy whereby a team which beat them, they have to punish when it comes back. We've seen with maybe the likes of West Ham United, right? But now this is totally different setup. Gonna be a close game, 2-1 or 3-1. Which one did you give them?
I went with a 3-1 victory.
3-1. I feel Arsenal can pick 3-1.
3-1 victory as well.
Victory.
Well, at the end of the day, we agreed on a prediction, and it looks good. Yeah, it can happen as well. So but we have to give a disclaimer that Arsenal this season in the Premier League are fond of keeping so many clean sheets. So that one goal for Aston Villa is also
even a
doubt.
possibility of 3-0.
Yeah, it also depends with how they turn up. So that is how we think the.
Wait. You have very bad behavior.
Which bad behavior?
Others will be playing on Monday night football.
Who are the others?
Chelsea.
Oh,
Of course,
they're
Chelsea.
still in the Premier League.
Bro, can you focus?
Okay.
Can you focus?
All right.
That's why people feel like we pick on Chelsea. Anyway,
No, Chelsea picked themselves, you know.
Yeah.
Because there's no way, as we said in the beginning.
there is that meme, somebody trying to hit, like they use it against us now. Like Chelsea beating Chelsea, you understand? Like,
They beat themselves. No, I've seen the one where a certain guy is riding a bicycle and then he's inserting some stick in the wheels. Anyway, who are Chelsea playing again?
The Toffees.
The Toffees.
Yes.
Wow. Chelsea is such a team that sometimes you don't understand them. You remember the last episode as we even in the beginning of this video, we talked about them dropping points against a team that wasn't supposed to. So
Beating Man United 3-2. Then, was it 4-3? Then, drawing with...
do you have to mention Manchester United every time?
Okay, sir. Beating that team 4-3.
Do you have to mention? Does the contest has to have Manchester United?
I didn't say Manchester. I said Chelsea beat their rivals, closest rivals on the log, 4-3, and then again Sheffield, not Sheffield.
They do against Burnley and now Sheffield.
Sheffield, a team I think rooted at the bottom.
Yeah, watching that game.
Just to mention something, because once again Everton have docked another point.
Yeah, other points. And
people are asking when will it happen for Manchester City?
Yeah, and when you also you announce that Chelsea are going to play on Monday, you call them other. I don't know why, but probably it's because
they're playing others on Monday.
No, because their fixture at this point is not very important.
Yeah.
I think.
What are Chelsea competing?
It's not very important.
Yeah.
But I think it is important for Everton though, because after they were deducted some points, they are now at the relegation battle again, and now they have to fight back again. And now, I think it's a difficult game because I think for Chelsea, it's just every game is a difficult game, even to predict. And we've just talked behind the scenes, and it was like we can't even know how to predict like this game, and that's why we keep trying to find how this game will end, and it's a problem. But well, I'll go on this one, and I'm thinking Everton by now they should be demoralized. Yeah. And when they are demoralized, I think Chelsea should grab the full points. And yet again, I don't know how I find myself predicting a Chelsea win, a 2-1 Chelsea win.
You never learn. Never learn. Anyway, we never learn. And I feel Chelsea have what it takes. Chelsea always shoot themselves on the leg.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, they have Pochettino isn't getting those substitutes right. When you are losing, you need certain substitutes. Yeah. When you are leading, you need some substitutes. And when you need to hold to a certain result now, it's 1-0, you cannot score. We cannot now afford to concede. Yeah. That's when you cannot be you cannot be defending. Yeah. Then you bring in a forward. Yeah. You cannot be you want attack and you bring Disasi. Yeah. So that's the thing. And I feel Chelsea, Cole Palmer will score at least 2 goals. And maybe Raheem Sterling with the other goal. So 3-1 victory for Chelsea, and you never learn. You never learn.
Yeah, maybe just something about Chelsea as well. I think you said Cole Palmer to score 2 more goals. That will be around 18. He would even now become among the top scorers. But what is the importance of these goals?
He'll get the golden But
If he outscores Haaland. Well, that is how we think the English Matchday 2033 will go.
2033.
Matchday 33. I said Matchday 33 will go. And it's very interesting to watch because it will be like a roller coaster. After a few hours, maybe or after one day or after a few hours, we see Liverpool going on top, or Manchester City and Arsenal, and we like it. We like it like that. So we hope that it goes on until the end. But before we sign out, we had the kick tip, and we will show the results here. Of course, as he promised. Yeah, he's that diehard. He didn't play, and guess what? The gap is closing. The gap is closing. It's now down to around 10 points, as you'll see here. He's still number 1. I'm number 2. Mushiri is number 3.
In a row.
And then
this weekend I'll not play.
Please do.
I want you to come up to where I am.
Please don't.
Then
please
you
don't.
start from there.
And even if you play, I'm sure
it looks like it looked like I was playing alone.
Probably.
How can we stay? How can we start?
You started earlier than the rest.
How can we start?
You started earlier than the rest. Do you remember?
Me and you. We have the same place.
You began. Anyway. That is it. You will see here how the rankings are, and we'll also leave the link for kick tip in the comment section and in the description section as well. So make sure that you play. Don't forget to play, because every time many people who join the kick tip are not playing and it doesn't look good, because when you have blanks like him, we're going to catch up with you, or the people who are behind you are going to catch up with you. Right. That is it.
We need
if
what?
No.
I just wanted to give you guys around 15 seconds. Rock, you can count. Around 15 seconds. Kindly, if you're not subscribed.
Yeah.
You could be our follower. You're just watching and you've never subscribed.
Yeah. Very important.
15 seconds. Just confirm.
Very important.
If you've subscribed.
Very important. Very
and
important.
Pressing that bell button.
Ding ding. I hope you've subscribed. So after you subscribe, make sure you leave a like. And if you're watching this content up till now, I'm sure 30 minutes of your life.
Seconds?
Yeah, it's over. Like
I just asked we go mute for 15 seconds. That's what I was requesting Rock to check.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Here, subscribe. Ding ding. Another one. It's okay. It's okay. 15 seconds are quite a long time. Anyway, yeah, you're still watching this. You probably like our content, and we know you like it, because watching from the very start when we started, from the 0 minutes to 30th minute, we appreciate you so much from where you are. So make sure you leave that like and let us know your predictions, especially. We believe that Arsenal versus Aston Villa is the biggest game this weekend. So we've come to the end of the English Premier League preview for match day 33. My name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
No,
I know
Vincentus.
You expect me. They call me Vincentus.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.